Hello, everybody. My name is Harold Games, and welcome back to my NCAA Football Imperialism series. This is part 8 of my NCAA Football Imperialism series. Hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. Looks like everyone has. And before I start this video, I am very close, very close to 200 subscribers. So I just want to thank you all for subscribing to me. I'm very close. As of right now, I'm 3 off. I'm excited. Hopefully, I can pick up that 200 subscriber milestone within the next 48 hours. But yeah, thank you all for subscribing and sticking with me to this point. But let's get right into this video, Imperialism Part 8. So if you don't remember what happened in the last episode, make sure you go check it out in my playlist. And if you want to check out some other Imperialism series, you can check out my other playlist or check out Natty Cash or Bordeaux's Imperialism series. Bordeaux actually has the games playing on him on a system. I unfortunately can't because I don't have a way to record the system. But here we go. I don't know how many teams we have left on the wheel, but we are slowly making progress. Let's get ready to start and let's go. First team is going to be Utah. We don't know where Utah is. Here's Utah. They have not played yet, it looks like. They can go up against Wyoming, Texas Tech, or Boise State. If you guys don't know what imperialism is, I highly suggest you check out Natty Cash's channel for his NCAA Basketball Imperialism series or Bordeaux's, or you could check out my channel as well too. But you'll also pick it up pretty quickly. I just recommend you starting off from the beginning of the series. Northeast for Utah, that's going to be Wyoming. So Wyoming against Utah. If you remember the Basketball Imperialism series, I believe Wyoming also had a nice run. I do not expect Wyoming to win this game. I think Utah should be able to win this game. And again, outside of the Big Ten and SEC, I haven't paid too much attention to to football outside of those two conferences, mainly because I like seeing Alabama lose, and I watch Northwestern every single game. Oh my gosh! Well, Wyoming does win by 13, so yeah, that's how it rolls in imperialism, and Wyoming continues to get bigger. Nice W for the Cowboys, and for the Utes, unfortunately, their run is done just like that. A little bit of land expansion for Utah, or for Wyoming, and for Utah, unfortunately, they are one and done. There we go. And we will eliminate Utah off of the wheel. There's Utah, and there we go. Next team is going to be, looks like Miami, and they can only go up against one team. This is my current school right now, Miami, and they're going to be going up against Georgia. I really want Georgia to play against Mercer because I want to see what happens, specifically if it lands on Mercer and if they get home, or if Georgia plays Mercer at Mercer. But Miami has an opportunity to dethrone the back-to-back Natty champs. And because Miami cannot play, because we're not crossing any water masses besides going to Hawaii, Miami can't cross the water, so we can't spin, and they will be going up against Georgia here. And Georgia will have home field advantage, an opportunity for the Dogs to take control of the entire state of Florida besides a bit of the Panhandle, which includes Florida State and Troy. So here we go. Where is Miami? There they are, right here. The Canes going up against the Dogs, and the Dogs comfortably dethrone Miami. So unfortunate that my current school's team lost, but it is what it is. And with that being said, Georgia now owns the entire state of Florida besides part of Florida State's land. We will turn this down so you can easily fill in this area. We're here at Key West and the Keys overall. I hope everyone's day is going well. Let's white out the Miami logo. That should be good. And yeah, so Georgia expands. Florida's looking a little bit fat now, but that's how it happened, or that's how we roll. And we are gonna find Miami, Florida, and they will be gone from the wheel. We're slowly getting to the point where the wheel actually spins normally, because before, when we had all those teams on it, the wheel will just lag. But Kansas is up next. They played against Kansas State and beat Kansas State. I originally colored it in color. I thought Kansas State won, but thankfully I caught that issue. But here's Kansas right here. They can go up against Arkansas, Iowa State, North Dakota State, and Tulsa, and Air Force. Our next team that they will be playing up against, Southwest. That is Tulsa. So both teams have expanded. We're going to Tulsa. We will see if Tulsa can beat the Jayhawks in football. There's Tulsa, and then we'll find the Jayhawks. Here we go. And Tulsa defends their homeland. 16-point victory for Tulsa over the Jayhawks. So Tulsa will expand north, and unfortunately for the Jayhawks, their run is done. Let's expand that a little bit. Now it's easier to mark these borders. Congratulations to Tulsa. They expand slowly north, a decent chunk north. We're best not to cut off this landmass right here. So there we go. And there we go. Tulsa picks up a nice chunk of land. We will just kind of fill in this area to the best we can. It's looking pretty good. And congratulations to Tulsa once again. And for Kansas, unfortunately, they are one and done. And remember, they did not win their tournament. Their NCAA basketball Imperialism series. Okay, yeah. There's Tulsa's victory. We will get rid of the Jayhawks. So once we find them, here we go. Just making sure, yeah. Next team to play on the wheel or the attack is going to be Ohio. We got some action. We could potentially have battle of mega action between the Bobcats and Ball State. Remember, Ball State beat Ohio State a couple episodes ago, but Ohio's going southeast, which that looks like that's going to be Appalachian State. Yeah. This piece of land jutting out is what... Oops, that's not what I want. This piece of jutting land juts out. Yeah. Ohio going up against Appalachian State. Really hope we can continue to action. We can continue action. Hopefully, Ohio does pick up the win. Dang it! Mountaineers do win. So unfortunately for Ohio, that's actually a lot of land lost. And the Bobcats, we lose a action team. So the Bobcats, unfortunately, will drop out of this tournament. It's a little sad, but can't win them all. We still have Ball State. Ball State here. An opportunity to continue action. We do have Eastern Michigan, which I don't know if we're going to make it out of Michigan alive, but we will see. I also did some test runs with how important home field advantage is. I did it a few times with like little schools, so like I did it with Mercer, and I did it against Alabama. Home field advantage. Mercer only won once in 10 tries I did, and all the other games. And this is all games that Mercer had home field advantage in. All the other games they got blown out by 30 plus points, and the only game they won was like 20 to 17, I think. And I had a play-by-play on it. Was a last-second field goal, so it mostly. And I don't know the other percentages with other teams, but mostly the team with home field advantage, at least with Mercer against big behemoths. Nick Saban, Crimson Tide, Mercer lost every single game besides one. So I don't know how much of a factor home field advantage plays for very small schools against powerhouses. But I do know it does play a bit of a difference between kind of like two average schools. So we will see what happens when we get another instance of that. But Appalachian State, they now get pretty huge. I have not had an instance yet where we could have a logo expansion besides maybe Ball State, Western Kentucky. Iowa State, obviously, we could give them an expansion, kind of just plop them in the middle of the state, but they still can't. I want to make it so they could still play against Tulsa, which I could just put them right here, but I don't know. We'll see. Texas Tech's logo is already pretty big as it is, but Ohio will be off of the wheel. Here we go. Let me just make sure I'm still recording. I always make sure. Looks like it's going to be Duke, and it is. So the Blue Devils. Here's Duke. They have NC State, the Wolfpack, Old Dominion. Technically, they can play against Old Dominion, Virginia Tech, and West Virginia. They could also play against Appalachian State if they get straight west. So we'll see who they play against. They're going northeast, though. And that's going to be Appalachian State. Or not Appalachian State, NC State. I mean, technically, geography-wise, so northeast, that is Old Dominion. But from the center of the logo, northeast arrow, that's hitting, I don't know. To me, it's hitting the edge of NC State. That's just to me. Like if we zoom out northeast, it's hitting the edge. So I'm going to do NC State. That's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. See if NC State can defend home field advantage, though, against Duke. And they don't. Duke picks up a nice 13-point victory over the Wolfpack. So the Blue Devils start to expand by quite a bit. really own a nice chunk of this southeastern region now with that victory. Now they kind of bump edges with Georgia now. Although I'd fully expect Georgia to wipe the floor with the Blue Devils. There we go. And we'll just do an expansion and just fill everything in. There we go. Hey, hopefully everyone's day is going well. I had some family visit today, so I'm really happy, but a bit sad. It's always sad when family visits you in college and then unfortunately leaves. Celebrating one of my sister's birthdays today. We had a nice day, but like I said, I am almost done with school, and then I am off to work full time. But like I said, I will have plenty of time in the evenings this summer, besides that trip that I'm taking, to record videos. Next team is going to be Washington State. Washington State. Oh, the Cougars, that's right. Duh. That's a pretty big landmass. Can't believe I forgot about the Cougars. They're going to be attacking to the northeast, which that is going to be Wyoming. So Wyoming could potentially pick up the most amount of land, total land, or the Cougars in their first opportunity to play could pull off an upset. Washington State, it's Weber State, are up here then. Washington State against Wyoming, battle of the W's. And it is Washington State with a nice victory over the Cowboys. 19-point victory for the Cougars. Huge W. And with that, Wyoming's land is now done. And Washington State, look out. They now have the most landmass in the U.S., in my opinion. Congratulations to Washington State and to Wyoming. Unfortunately, our run is done. And as I expected, they weren't going to... I didn't think they were going to be contenders for like the final 10 teams. Unless the wheel really gave everything in the small school powers. But yeah, an interesting bit of land for the Cougars down here in the south, which will leave them more vulnerable to attacks, but they'll start off their imperialism run with a huge chunk of land, and I would say the most chunk of land to start imperialism. And we finally get to get rid of this logo that's jutting up against the North Dakota State land. Yeah, congratulations to Washington State and to Wyoming. It was a nice run, but unfortunately the run has come to an end. Congratulations for expanding this far. And for Washington State, it's time to really begin your run to imperialism. Huge opportunity for the Cougars now to expand. But yeah, thank you all for almost getting me to 200 subscribers. We're almost there. We're slowly but surely getting there. Uh, hopefully, hoping one day to be able to pick up that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours limit. But till then, we're just gonna keep grinding. I'm not gonna be doing. I don't want to do this for money, not per se. Obviously, it'd be nice to get a little bit of extra revenue or a little extra money on the side, but I'm just doing this for fun, and I'm excited to continue doing this. And that's why I'm excited for getting close to 2,000 subscribers, or sorry, 200 subscribers. I'll be excited when I get close to 2,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh, subscribers as well. As Maryland is her next team. Jeez, when I start talking about subscribers, I have an awkward stutter. Maryland is the M right here, by the way. It'll be going straight west, which I feel like that's going to be just a little north. I think that's Appalachian State. Straight west and a little north. I don't know. I kind of moved my cursor. I don't know. It's close. I think we're going to have Virginia go up against Maryland now. It's very close, but I think it's going to be Virginia against Maryland. Now, Virginia will get the home field advantage. We have Virginia going up against Maryland. Find Maryland. Here we go. And Maryland does pick up the 17-point win. So Maryland will continue. Will start their expansion. Excuse me. And for Virginia, they only were able to expand once. We're going to be a bit awkward here, so we're going to have to make sure we don't butcher any of this Old Dominion land. I think that's good. I think that is good right there already. Let's expand this so we can fill in the rest of this area. There we go. Alrighty. Next, let's get rid of Virginia. Here's Virginia right next to Maryland. Let me make sure Maryland, yeah, okay. Next team is going to be Wyoming. Kind of forget. Oh, did I get rid of Washington State? Uh-oh. I might have gotten rid of Washington State on accident. Yeah, okay. Let's actually change this to Washington State. And we will respin because that was not supposed to be the case. As Kentucky will be your next team. I believe this is Kentucky's first time. Yeah, right here. We're finally getting into the region where we're getting first timers like Kentucky. Where will the Wildcats be going? Southwest, which that is, I think it's Western Kentucky. Yeah, it's Western Kentucky against Kentucky. The Battle of Kentucky. There's Western Kentucky going up against Kentucky. Here we go. Simulate. And it is Kentucky. The Wildcats with a 6-point victory over Western Kentucky. And that is a nice little chunk of land for the Wildcats to start imperialism. That's a little too big. There we go. Congratulations to the Wildcats. Wishing you're a Northwestern Wildcats, but it's okay. As Western Kentucky, fun fact, I almost went there for school, but unfortunately did not get as much aid there as I did in Miami, which is why I chose here. And I had other schools that I was considering, but I chose Miami mainly because, one, it's Florida, and I have a plan to live here the rest of my life, and two, they had a little bit of a better program. They had a really good program here for what I want to do, specifically in meteorology. I am excited to continue. I'm excited to work. But anyways, back to imperialism. Almost done with the episode today. And kind of like last week, we're going to be looking at kind of after this upload, we're going to be looking kind of at a stagnant upload schedule. Like I said, finals is coming up soon, so I'm really going to have to bunker down and get ready for that. All right, we'll just do 2 more spins on the video, and then we will call it a video. As Alabama, we're starting to get some of the big name schools playing today. So here's Alabama right here. Now, if they play against LSU, that's going to be an amazing game. They have LSU, they have Louisiana Monroe, Tennessee, South Alabama, and Troy. We will see where the Crimson Tide will be attacking. That might be LSU. It is LSU. Oh my gosh. LSU against Bama. We had to do the stupid Louisiana State thing. Again, I don't know why they're called Louisiana State and not LSU, because I don't think anyone calls them Louisiana State. Oh man, Bama against LSU. Who will win? It is LSU with an 8-point victory over the Tide. And wow. Not ending the episode here, but that's a wonderful way to pretty much conclude this episode. Holy cow. Just like that, LSU continues their expansion in Bama. If you're a Bama fan, I'm sorry, but LSU is owning you now. That was a joke. Don't come after me. Real quick, I also have a Twitter. You don't have to follow me there. I'm not expecting anyone to follow me there. That used to be my main source of communication before I was able to do community posts. Obviously, no one was really. I only had 2 subscribers at the time when I was doing that. But yeah, I do have a Twitter. I haven't used it in I don't know how long. Besides interacting with a fan. Yeah, it should be on my main channel page where there's an about page on my channel. It's a link. Let me make sure. Yeah. So again, not required. You guys don't have to do it. Like I said, I'll interact if I get mentioned or something. As Duke will get another chance to expand. Wow. Have Maryland, Old Dominion, Appalachian State, and Virginia Tech. You'll see who they will be playing up against, though. I think they also have Georgia. They'll be going Northwest, though. Which, from the center of the logo, That is Virginia Tech. So Virginia Tech against Duke to end the video. This will be an interesting game. I don't know who has the advantage here. But it's Virginia Tech, a 4-point victory for the Hokies over the Blue Devils. That's an interesting way to end off the video. Congratulations to the Hokies and to the Blue Devils. Your run is done. We survive another episode without Mercer not being able to play, or without Mercer getting eliminated. That is my main goal for this series, is try and see Mercer on the channel pick up a win over Georgia. Because that would be hilarious. And unlike my other Imperialism series, we are going to do one single game for the Natty. One single game. And the winner will be crowned champions of Imperialism football. Yeah, I'm excited. Hoping it's some sort of small school, but I'm expecting it to be one of the bigger schools. But regardless, I'm still excited. There we go. And that is going to be it for episode 8, I believe. I will get you to the final map here, and then before I conclude it, we'll make sure that Duke is off the wheel so we don't have any confusion. Yeah, there we go. And we are getting pretty close to... We're not getting really close to them, but we're starting to get there. We're probably around 50 teams left. We still do have some teams that have yet to play, which will be interesting when they eventually play. But as of now, it doesn't look like one team is really dominating. Wisconsin, I believe, still has the most wins, but all their wins have been for small territorial gains. But yeah. With that being said, hope you guys stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and peace.